Welcome children to the second part of the social studies lesson. This is a social studies lesson for 5th standard and it's the first lesson, the land of hot sands. So we had learned about Saudi Arabia in the last class, about the climate, the surface of the land and where it is exactly situated, and the vegetation and wildlife too. Now let us go on to the next page, page 228. Page 227, vegetation and wildlife. Now since it's a desert, there will not be much vegetation and there will not be much of the wildlife that we see in the tropical rainforest or in the grasslands. But anyhow, the oases are there, and so near the oasis there will be some crops that are cultivated for the benefit of the people. Let us see that. Since most of the area is dry and barren, very few plants grow here. Short shrubs and cacti survive well because they require very little water. Some areas are used for growing dates, melons, tomatoes, wheat and barley with the help of artificial irrigation. Seawater, after the removal of salt from it, is used for this purpose. This process is very expensive. Now, as I have told you, it is a desert, so there is not much of rainfall and people depend on artificial irrigation. Now, what is artificial irrigation? They don't have rainwater to collect and distribute to the fields. What they do is they take water from the sea, and sea water is salty. That cannot be used for irrigation. So the salt has to be removed from the sea water, and then only this water is used for irrigation purpose. Now this process of removing salt from seawater is a very expensive process and incurs a lot of money. Now some areas grow wheat, dates, barley, melons and tomatoes. Now regarding the animals, several animals such as gazelles, wolves, jackals, rabbits, sand vipers, lizards and scorpions are found here. Birds such as grouse, bustards and cranes are also found. The horses of Arabia are well known for their beauty and speed. So these are some of the animals that are found in the desert. You don't get lions and tigers and elephants like you get them here in the desert forests in India. But you will get gazelle, the wolves, the jackals, the rabbits, sand vipers, that is sand lizards usually, the big ones, lizards and scorpions. The deserts are very famous for huge sized scorpions are found here. And even the grouse, the bustards and cranes are also found. And the very important part is the horses of Saudi Arabia are well known for their beauty and for their speed. Next page, 228. Life in the desert. More than half the population of Saudi Arabia comprises nomadic tribes called Bedouins. They move from place to place in search of fresh pastures for their cattle. They live in large tents made of animal hides. The Bedouins sell and buy their goods at the village marketplace. Now, as you have nomadic tribes here in India, in Saudi Arabia also you have the nomadic tribes called the Bedouins, and they move from place to place in search of pasture for their animals, and they trade. They live in large tents made of animal skin. Animal hides means animal skin. They usually sell and buy their goods in the marketplace. The discovery of oil changed the lives of the people of Saudi Arabia. No wonder that oil is called liquid gold. Oil is refined to obtain petroleum. It is sent to so many countries of the world through pipelines and tankers. India too gets a large amount of crude oil from Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia is the greatest exporter of oil, crude oil. And we in India also, we take a large amount of oil from Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia has become rich only because of the large deposits of oil. And oil is so expensive outside Saudi Arabia that Saudi Arabia is making such a lot of money through export of oil that it is called liquid gold. Today, oil has changed the face of Saudi Arabia. Many people have shifted from rural to urban areas. Saudi Arabia is developing fast with modern and beautiful houses, hotels, skyscrapers and industries. So once the oil has developed, the oil industry has developed, Saudi Arabia, the lifestyle, the face of Saudi Arabia has changed. From a very primitive way of living, the people have started living in big villas, in apartments, and there are skyscrapers, and the hotel industry is booming, and there are industries also, and there are many business houses also, and it's only because of the oil industry that has developed. Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, is a modern, developed city well connected by road and air. It is also the largest city of Saudi Arabia. So as you know, the capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh, and it is a well developed city with a lot of good buildings, schools, colleges, health centers, and connected by road to the different parts of Saudi Arabia and by air to different parts of the world. Saudi Arabia is a Muslim state, largely occupied by Arab Muslims. So as you know, it's a Muslim state occupied by Muslims. The official language of Saudi Arabia is Arabic. Mecca and Medina, the two most important pilgrim centers of the Muslims, are located here. Every year, millions of Muslims from all over the world visit these two holy places. Now, Saudi Arabia is known for these two holy places of pilgrimage for the Muslims, that is Mecca and Medina. And as we all know, people from all over the world during the period of Ramadan and after that flock to these two cities for their pilgrimage. Page 229. The people of Saudi Arabia generally wear traditional Arab clothes. You can see that in the picture, a lady and a man dressed in the traditional Arab attire. Men wear a long cotton gown called a thawb, which is sometimes covered by a jacket or robe. A head covering called gutra is used by men to protect their head from the sun. So that head cover or headgear is used by the people in Saudi Arabia to protect their head from the hot rays of the sun, because it is a desert and it is very, very hot. Women wear long robes called the abba. So here also you see many of the ladies wearing this long black gown called here we say it is the abaya, but actually it is the abba, and the heads are also covered as per their Islamic tradition. Saudi Arabia is an example of how a desert can be changed by utilizing the natural resources to benefit the people of the region. However, these natural resources must be used with care. So looking at Saudi Arabia, we come to know that Saudi Arabia is a developed nation because of the oil industry. The oil industry has brought a change to the face of the nation, and it has helped millions of people in Saudi Arabia to live a better lifestyles. But one thing also that we all need to remember is that we should use oil with care, because it is a resource, that natural resource that can get over one day. So it is with utmost care that we should make use of the oil that is available to us. Let's come to the exercises on page 230. A. Tick the correct answer. 1. Sand dunes are A. Large wavy sand hills in the desert. So sand dunes are found only in the desert and not in plateaus and plains. 2. Liquid gold is oil. It is not the oil, that coconut oil or palm oil or any such a sesame oil. It is the petroleum that is known as liquid gold. 3. Wadis are wide gullies in the desert temporarily filled with water. 4. Bedouins are nomads who move from place to place in search of fresh pastures for their cattle. Now you cannot call the people here in India like the people tribals in Rajasthan who move from place to place as Bedouins. Bedouins are the nomadic tribes of Saudi Arabia. Next, oases are pools of water in the desert. If you see a pool of water here on the road, you cannot call it an oasis. Oasis refers to a pool of water in the desert. Next one, write T for the true statements and F for the false. 1. Saudi Arabia is located in Africa is false. 2. It snows in Saudi Arabia is false. Third one. The traditional women's garment of Saudi Arabia is called abba. It's true. Fourth one. Oil is the main reason for Saudi Arabia's wealth is true. 5. Bedouins live a settled life false. They are a nomadic tribe. Next one. Answer the following questions on page 231. What kind of climate does Saudi Arabia have? It has experience very hot summers and cold nights in the winter. As it is a desert, the days are very hot, and in summers the winter nights are mild, not very cold, but in winter the nights are very cold. Now 2. Why is oil called liquid gold? Now it is called liquid gold because it has earned a lot of foreign exchange for Saudi Arabia, and because of that Saudi Arabia has become one of the most developed nations in the world. 3. Briefly describe the life of Bedouins. Now Bedouins move from place to place in search of fresh pastures for their livestock or for their animals. They live in tents made of animal skin or animal hides, and they exchange their goods or they buy and sell goods in the village marketplace. Next one. What type of land surface does Saudi Arabia have? It has a dry, barren land. It's of course sandy because it is a desert, and rainfall is very less because it is a desert. Name the capital of Saudi Arabia, write 2 lines on it. Now Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia, and it is the largest city of Saudi Arabia too. And it is a well-developed city with a lot of modern buildings, health centers, institutions, and it is well connected by road to all other places in Saudi Arabia and well connected by air to different parts of the world. Now describe the dress of people of Saudi Arabia. The men, they wear a long gown, cotton gown called thawb, and they have a covering on the head called gutra. And the women wear a flowing gown called the abba, and these are the traditional dresses worn by the men and women of Saudi Arabia. Now coming to match the following. First one, Riyadh is the largest city of Saudi Arabia. 2. Pilgrim Center, Mecca and Medina. 3. Gutra, head covering worn by men in Saudi Arabia. 4. African desert, Sahara. 5. Arabic, official language of Saudi Arabia. Life skills. Petrol oil is called liquid gold. It is a non-renewable natural resource. How will you conserve this important resource? Discuss in class. Now, how to conserve this is we have to use it sparingly. We cannot be wasting petrol because it is a non-renewable resource. That means it is not renewed. As you use, it gets over. It gets over. The way it is being used, it keeps on getting over. And one fine day, we will be there to hear that there is no more petrol or liquid gold. And that will be a very big disaster for the whole of the world. So in order to prevent that, we have to be very careful in using this petrol or liquid gold. Values for life. According to their hospitality rules, the Bedouins believe that if needed, even an enemy must be given shelter and fed for some days. Do you help people you do not like? Describe one such incident in brief. Of course, it's very difficult for us to help a person that we do not like. But there may have been some point in our life that we would have to help a person whom we don't like. So if that situation has been there for you, you can discuss it with your friend or a neighbor or even your parent or any other family member. Hots. Why is the salt removed from seawater before using it for irrigation? Now the salt is removed from the seawater because salty water is not good for the crops or for the plants. 2. What method would you use to remove salt from a solution? It is evaporation. So with that, I come to the end of this lesson. Your homework will be to do A, B and C and D in the notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.